Rick Hong here for Hollywood First Look. Today, I'm with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and we are talking the Go Big Show. Let's take a first look.
I was not expecting that.
The competition. You have to see to believe.
Welcome to season 2 of the Go Big Show. We scour the globe to find the most shocking, the most death-defying.
No, there's no reason for this.
What? The least insurable acts you've ever seen.
If this goes through, am I gonna hurt you?
It's gonna be a knockout. It's gonna be a knockout. It's gonna be a knockout.
Whatever you do not move.
Bert Kreischer hosts Go Big Show. New season premieres January 6 on TBS.
From the words of the American Nightmare, the grandson of a plumber, can you tell me what the fans and new fans should expect for season 2 of the Go Big Show?
It's the most dangerous show on television. I say it the entire season because it was happening right in front of me as a judge, but bigger, go big. That's all the things are quite true in terms of how are you going to win $100,000. But not only that level of danger and risk, there's a lot of twists. There's a lot of acts that have turned themselves on their ear from a traditional discipline to putting a Go Big Show spin on it. And that, I think, is going to really permeate through the screen when it comes to season 2 in terms of how hard this was to actually judge.
Well, okay, so this season, instead of Snoop, you have T-Pain that comes in as a new judge. He's the newbie. You got Jennifer, you got Rosario, you got Bert. So you guys haze him a little bit when it comes to set?
We did not haze T-Pain. I think all of us had an idea of here comes this massive mogul and producer and artist that T is. And he just came in with such a love. He has you'll see throughout the season, he loves magic, he loves illusion. And also he truly went all in on our team of judges. We're involved with a lot of acts. And he's involved with more acts than any of us, I think, this season. And that I was so happy to have been joined by him. It really is, I think, as individuals, at least me, as an individual, I'm not qualified to judge this show. It's bombastic and silly and wonderful, but I'm not a master at these skills that's in front of me. However, the unit, Rosario in her world with acting and Jennifer and T-Pain in the world of music and so forth, it makes for a really good crop of judges who are basing it on how we feel and how they've made us feel in that moment. It's just a really wonderful season.
Well, I got to say I do actually think that you are qualified because you are a showman. Yeah. And so, how was doing this as a judge and kind of being you, Cody Rhodes, versus the persona of the American Nightmare?
I think that's probably the part that I wrestled with in season 1, no pun intended, and then moving to season 2, knew exactly that I wanted to approach this as me. I wanted to be authentic in terms of how I felt about the contestants, how I felt about what they did. And sometimes that might come across as a little bit persnickety, or I'm the low scoring judge. I do know that. I'm not mean by any means, but I am honest. You mentioned I've been doing my own form of sideshow work since I was 15 in terms of the pro wrestling world. So I hold a live performance to a standard. And I really, this season, I enjoy that break that I get from the American Nightmare itself and Cody Rhodes and being just me in that moment. And kind of one of the best things about it is people look at me and they might have a preconceived notion on what a wrestler is. And I have always loved changing people's minds on what a wrestler looks like, what a wrestler talks like, and ultimately what wrestling is. And I love the synergy between both shows, both on TBS, back-to-back nights. Really just lucky for that.
Was there something else you wanted to do? I know you got into the family business. I'm a huge fan of your dad's, your brothers, and yours. So was there something else, or was doing this was wrestling and running a promotion of your own was the dream?
I always wanted to be a professional wrestler from the first time I'd seen pro wrestling. I've never thought anything as cool as it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that spoke to me like wrestling has spoke to me. It's been my profession for a long time, but I've never even looked at it as a profession. Go Big Show is one of the pieces of this puzzle that do kind of open my eyes and cast my own net a little wider, because you can't be body slammed or be body slamming people your whole life. But also I want to make sure that what I do does lean into the pro wrestling and does bring eyes back to wrestling. So a show like this has shown me that I could branch out. I could branch out a hair safely and perhaps find some new things in my life.
You can find the Go Big Show airing on TBS now.